finals. It's gonna be TCG against Cheese Mode. Cheese Mode having a bit of a comeback with, although mentioning, with 2 subs from Purple Smokers.
Indeed. So when we do have a sub in for Denchi, of course, on TCG with TechSpeed playing, but still doing quite well, both teams actually, to get this far. TCG may be having a little bit of an easier run of it on the day, but you know, saying about the cookie crumb. But he's still going up against Pizza with Nutella in the semi-final, but having a decisive win over those guys as well. And Cheese Mode going up against Made in Meta with some issues of their own, really, and also maybe a small mistake in that second game, which maybe cost them Cheese Mode doing a successful defense of the Lord, of course, in the Faux Fire. So we will have to see how we go in this game. We've got 4-on-4 at the moment. I was just waiting for the teams to come into the game. Not sure we need to go over the builds or anything, but we could maybe
we already have. We can maybe quickly call the builds out, what they actually are. I'm going to start over on the side of TCG. We have a Sword Dagger Thief of the name of Sizer. Helseth playing a Shatter Mesmer. To mention, he is running a Sword Torch instead of the Staff in the second weapon set. Tage is running his slightly different Bunker Guard build with the 6-4-4. A little bit into virtues. Not quite the altruistic healing. We talked about that build before, taking the altruistic healing, but not in the way we are used to. Then a double kit with the Elixir S. Wait, currently on the rifle? Wasn't Texby on pistol shield? Or am I imagining stuff? He was on rifle the entire time? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then never mind. And then we have Rom on a Hambo Warrior. With the Signet of Rage. By the way, I think we talked about that on the Weekly Cup, that very few warriors are actually running with the Rage Signet and rather going for the Battle Standard. And although Rom does tend to look for the 1v1 fights where the Battle Standard wouldn't really help him.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't get involved. I mean, it does get involved in team fights, but not as often. Although we saw Texby going for the back point defense quite a few times as well. So interesting. Let's go over to the blue team quickly. Have a look at what's up. Frez playing the standard elements of this build. Really going for the Staff at the moment. He'll probably switch over. Not too sure. He did do that. It's normally for the pre-game buffing. Condition cleanse, healing, support, and damage over time is increased through mat stacking. Going over to Drezzer, who's playing pretty much the similar build, but going with the Staff as well, although he probably switched back into Dagger. Don't need to go through that too much, because I just explained the phrase. Then going over to Purple Drezzer, he's going to be playing, obviously, with the Sword Dagger, the same build as Sizer, pretty much, as well. So a lot of mobility, a lot of dodging potential, and also can build up that damage over time. Currently 1v1ing Hellsurf randomly in the map. Hivify, he will be playing the legs mod. I couldn't call it a leg mod Hivify build. There'll be a shorter name out soon. Which is that might stacking NG build. It's kind of similar to what Texby's playing a bit, but you know, with a little bit of variation. And also going over to Lipion with the Ham Longbow build, and also going for the battle standard on point pressure with stunning and also burning with the longbow, of course, and also able to do 1v1s and get involved in team fights. It's going to be quite influential. So that is the blue team. We are waiting for Texby. Texby has just come into the game, so I'm just going to ask these guys to ready up so we can get into the finals of the Go4 Guild Wars 2 Cup number 2 from ESL.
Exactly, and to mention it again, these teams already have €100 secured, and they're playing for the chance to up that one to €400, and also 60 Go4 points for the second place and 100 Go4 points for the first place. Those points are going to be quite important when we have our eye on the monthly final of the Go4 Cup. Then also, of course, the slight change, the second place is also going to get 2,000 gems for each player. Now a bit more at stake there.
Indeed. Still having a tiny bit of a lag issue with a couple of the players, so we are going to be slightly delayed. That hasn't happened before. I just don't know why I'm here. We are going to be starting the game now. And yeah, looking forward to this final. I think it should be pretty close as well. I'm not sure I can call it right now. If you want to just say in chat who you think will be winning this game and winning the 400, I would like to know because, yeah, I think it would be good to see what people think.
Call for the support, and now we're going to go into the match. We do have TCG on the red side and Cheese Mode on the blue side.
I'm going to look at Rom there. Actually got caught quite early on from the Venom. I think he just got stopped in his tracks. Wasn't able to pursue the rest of Cheese Mode going up to the midpoint. Now we have no contestation on each side at the moment. Everyone's just chasing Cheese Mode from behind. Tage is running up now behind, in between Lipion and also What's Up Frez. Lord Helseth. Also, they're trying to take out Hibify before he can even get up on the point. Texby out of range on that magnet pull there from the toolkit. Hibify trying to mitigate any of that damage, doing a good job. No dodge left for him to use, I don't think, there, and is going to go down to Rom. He's going to be able to get that stomp potentially. Oh, the pullback's going to happen. Size is going to get it, and that is hit by out.
Trying to use the confusion and going for the decap on the far point, just manages to do it. Texby actually in stealth there. Went on point in stealth, would have lost the cap either way. We do have Helseth come in from the side to help him protect that, and we did actually see... Wow. Oh, was it a steal from Sizer?
No, I don't think so.
Did he just do it?
Yeah.
Okay, with...
They got Hibify down, so they can do that, yeah.
Actually, with Drazé on the point defending that, just picking up the Svanir here. No, Chieftain.
Maybe he started the pull and then kind of gone down low and then just came back and maybe Sizer popped in. I did dismiss that, unfortunately. Rom getting a lot of pressure on him now, as well as Lipion, who's quite low on HP. He's just gone into downstate. Rom trying to get that stun off to prevent anyone going in for the res, which kind of works because Lipion is down and out of the fight at the moment. What's up, Frey? Next target on the list with Hibify trying to get onto him to try and produce some healing, knowing that he's not going to be able to come out of that alive, and he's going to start bailing off the point. Using that turret, of course. Oh no, he's going to go down. Not much point in actually trying to get away. Might have been more beneficial to try and keep the point consistent.
Is trying to disengage from the mid, or well, they wiped in mid, and are now going for the mine fight. Texby already there to defend Papakaze in teaming up with Drazé to get an early engage, but we do have the fallback. 4 people from TCG now on the point. Drazé in the refuge, and the focus target there comes the mower out on Drazé, trying to get him down. Can he line of sight a little bit? No, just trying to use his abilities as much as he can, but it's not really working. Down on Drazé, we do have the portal down from Helseth on the close point, so they can concentrate on defending the midpoint and fall back if there's any new aggression on there.
Yeah, I think Cheese may need to try and do an equal split here. I mean, the problem is that Purple Karzez is in down state. Hibify is respawning now. He's probably going to look at his clone, not too sure actually. Drazé is going to respawn, just going via their close point to see if anyone is advancing. Texby is going down the south of the map at the moment to potentially do a cross there. So Drazé, good point that he actually did that, so he can defend there. What's up, Frey? Currently on the point and mid. Hibify having a lot of trouble here, getting stunned all over the shop. Loads of CC on him, and that's going to prevent him from putting any damage on the node, really. Oh, low, he's still trying to get back on point now. Trying to surround himself with Frey to try and get some kind of damage with Lipion from behind, trying to stun them and just stop any damage going to CM. No chance for Cheese Mode at the moment to get any damage down on, no solid focus damage anyway, onto the team of TCG. Not able to happen. We're going to see Purple Karzez did try to go for that decap over on the mine. Helseth did go through there using that Blurred Frenzy with Sizer. Sizer might engage in a 1v1 now with Purple Karzez kind of around the mine area.
Yeah, Kaze was going for the decap there, but Helseth did have the portal and reacted fast enough. Sizer went through as well, looking for the 1v1. Helseth coming in from side to support, and might actually... No, Kaze manages to disengage. Up until now, TCG has done a brilliant job of punishing Cheese Mode for every disengage they try. Every disengage, if they see this fight is not going the way we want it to go, they disengage, but TCG always managing to pick off at least one person trying to get away, and therefore managing to get the upper hand in the next team fight. Sizer now with the aggression trying to get a decap on Hench. Might be a bit slow. He has Kaze on his heels. We do have both Angies also trying to assist their thieves, but both of them falling back into the little bottleneck. They're now rejoining the fight in mid.
I mean, I was just thinking about this. This is not a regular TCG because, in my opinion, TCG aren't actually that well practiced as a team up until, say, like even like TOG or whatever. This is a consistent, well practiced, or more practiced. I won't say well. I don't know exactly how much I do see them online a lot, but they're significantly more practiced than usual, and you can tell. You know, this is paying off for them. The practice is really good. They're already pretty damn awesome team, and the fact that
they're picking up the win on the 1v1, getting some on Civilised, therefore securing the henge point and immediately going for like possible decap on mine, but Taxby is going to do the same on the henge point, so pretty much a point swap there, although Kaze is a little quicker. Slight benefit for the blue team there, but not too much. Decap on the midpoint, that is what is being fought right now. Nice knockback, Rom although on point, Tage still there, and now Hellseth maybe a little bit too aggressive, of course with his sword torch build, he does benefit somewhat from going aggressive right into the team fight.
The swapping as well of the nodes actually benefited Red because Sizer got back over to the mine, and they knew that Purple Causes wasn't around, so they knew they was probably going for that decap.
Sizer respawned after losing the 1v1 against Kaze on the henge.
Ah, okay, I did miss that over there. That's what I was kind of focused on the mid. Oh, hello, Rom's just gone down. Helseth is in downstate below the keep, so there's a bit of a split here for the rezzing, so not sure that Helseth is going to get rezzed here. Potential try from Texby and also maybe Sizer if he can get a port up there, but Helseth is really low on HP. Oh, Tage gonna try it? Oh, Tage might try and get the res here. No, he's gonna give up. Because he's dead.
Leaving him there, Tage now falling back towards the henge point. Taxby also there, immediately dropping the supply crate. Hibify trying to pull him off. Does he get the... No, knocks him back on the point. Don't know if that was so well, but they wouldn't have gotten the decap either way. Double cap now on the side of Cheese Mode. Taxby popping his elixir as getting the immobilized. The engineers are chasing each other. Meanwhile, on the point, we do have Ellie and Guardian. Tage also eating a little bit of damage, still has quite some cooldowns up. Now using nice interrupt on the shelter there, if I saw that right. But still a couple of block abilities. Hellseth now going for the damage on Draze. In the meanwhile, now we might see the aggression on all points. No, Taxby still half-life, is making his way over to the mine point. Sizer brought down Kaze, and Rom is now assisting with that.
Yeah, he needs some help. Here we go. Look, Cheese Mode, Drazig's starting to come out as well. Hibify's starting to get out of that fight over on the henge and needs to get over to here to help Frey as soon as possible because he's about to go down. We're going to see Hibify entering the point. Rom going to try and get that stomp. Of course, he's going to go into Vapor Form, try and keep the node for as long as possible. The engage has happened from Sizer onto Hibify. They're not going to be able to save him, and the point has gone contested. And now Hibify is in a 1v3, and the knockback is real there from Texby as he takes him off node. Not only does he die, but he dies off point, so not really that good for Cheese Mode there, unfortunately. Maybe the aggression over on the henge node wasn't the best idea, especially against the Bunker Guardian and Helseth over there, because, you know, the support over there was good and it was absolutely warranted. Now Helseth can come over to here and kite round the point.
In mid as well.
Oh, good job.
This is just one cap and no double outer point cap now, and it doesn't really seem like Cheese Mode is really profiting or gaining anything from the henge fight at the moment, although there we see renewed focus from Tage getting the decap on the henge point because he needs to play defensive, and we only have the pain train to assist him there, of course, good with the damage, but not to switch with him off on the point, not to rotate out and in off the point and give him some breathing room.
Yeah, TCG are... I feel like Cheese Mode are just being too aggressive. Like that fight, like going towards henge, kind of screwed up their lead, like their comeback, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, just not done that.
they definitely would have gotten a couple of more points out of the double cap if they would have played it a bit more safe. Now Lipion won the 1v1 against Rom, but is going down because Sizer is assisting there. Almost got the cap, but Kaze going aggressive towards Taxby, and now kind of gave up the cap there, I think. Now only neutral, we do have the cap on the henge. It finally paid off the aggression on that. Helseth, nice position with the portal there, if he manages to disengage as well. That's the question there.
Yeah, Helseth going back to mid now. Ron versus Frey. If Helseth comes into this, not going to be good for him. Needs some backup. Need to think about. The thing is, they need to go on aggressive on free caps now because they need to try and get the decap to come back. We only have 5 minutes left in the game as well, so third of the match left. Texby coming into the node. Pepper go down off point. Tage is respawning as well, so he's able to offer up a lot of support on this point. Not long before really Hibify will go down and out of this fight. He's actually going to choose to disengage and give them that cap. Of course, there's not really much they can do because it will give them another 5 points as well. Ron potentially going to go down the mid. Decap is good, and Cheesemo might be able to do a late comeback, but it feels like it's just out of range really, especially as Tage gets on the node, and you know it's going to take a while to take him down. Although Hibify, having disengaged from the mine, has been able to come over here to the mid and offer up a lot of poison on the point, and also some more sizes here as well with Helseth doing a nice job. Look at sizes pressure onto Lipion. Nice focus there. It's not looking good for Cheesemo. They need a decap over on that mine node, but if they do that, then they could lose any kind of hope at mid.
Yeah, there's not that much hope to get lost, to be honest. Lipion now stomped. They might be able to hold a decap, but we already have size of splitting up to go for the decap on the hinge because that is not defended. We did have cheese mode. They just had to full on push for the midpoint and maybe also get a little bit of an aggression going towards the mine point to even stand a chance. This way around. Sizer doing weird accents in the yeah, it is. Double auto point cap now coming to the side of TCG, hibifying, just stopping. Stand still now, watching it, and the GGs have been caught, although I think we can just let this go towards the 500 point mark.
Yeah, because probably the time I've done /game end fail.
Yeah, you probably just need more time than it would take to get to 500 points to get the command right.
Okay, so that is the whole shebang. Guys, if you go over to the ESL Guild Wars 2 Twitter, they are doing a gem giveaway over there. You just have to say who you think is going to win. You probably should be following them as well to actually get in on that. So at ESL Guild Wars 2, that is the Twitter feed handle. Yeah, so go over there.
You can see that in the lower right corner of the screen right now.
Indeed. So make sure you're going to go over there, favorite it, retweet, and make sure that you send over a tweet to them to say who you think is going to win. It doesn't. You don't have to. You don't have to say the winner exactly. Just say who you think is going to win, and you'll be entered.
Exactly, and as I see it in the chat, you do have to use Twitter.
Yes,
it's not working in this chat.
Twitter. It's a good way for you to find out what's going on as well in the ESL and also in the ESL Guild Wars 2 scene, because it is getting bigger and bigger. There's 2v2s, 3v3s, even 1v1 cups. We've got 5v5 cups. We've got weekly cup for EU, and we've also got the weekly cash cup for EU and the weekly cash cup for NA. So there's a lot of stuff going down with ESL at the moment. You need to be on it because the ESL is probably one of the main sources for competition for any game that wants to go esports. So if you go and follow them, you'll get a lot of good info. They do giveaways on their Facebook page as well, so make sure you go to there. And that is the spiel advertising ESL, because it's worth it. Because you're worth
all
it.
The social stuff. You're worth it. Treat yourself.
Awesomeness.
So apparently we got the call that Taxby needs 3 minutes to restart his PC or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe also the router. We do have, because it was asked in chat, by the way, no, not Sizer, Helseth is playing Sword Torch and not Sword Pistol.
Yeah.
Of course, has the advantage of having the stealth on there.
Oh, we just hit 1,000 views. Awesome.
Hooray! It's pretty much, at least as much as I can see on the first look, is the build that Azani was running for, I think, 2 weeks, until he went back to Great Sword Staff.
It's not been for very long that he's played that build, really, to be honest. I haven't seen much of... Oh, I didn't see them in last week's Cup, so I actually don't know what he played there.
Okay, apparently Lipion is having some lags, and Blackjack is just asking me if he can swap out. Since I'm not an admin, we have to get one and ask if that is allowed.
I mean, is the sub in? Blackjack's on the roster.
I assume so.
But I don't know. We will have to see. I'm sure Mr. Oliver Bricks will be able to sort that problem out, and is master and commander of the ESL adminness. I'm assuming.
The master.
Yes, he is. Master and commander.
And commander.
And commander.
Not commander in chief.
I like master and commander. Commander in chief.
Commander in chief is what the president of the United States is always called. Okay, yeah.
Might be worth going to a quick break while we sort this out because I have the time.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's up to you. Unless you talk, and I'll just mute myself in TeamSpeak.
Well, I don't really want to have a monologue for 5 minutes because that is the time that was right now requested from the teams to sort out their problems. So stay tuned. We are going to be back in probably around 5 minutes with the second game of these finals. We do have a couple of technical issues on the teams and are giving them due time to sort that out. So stay tuned. We will be right back. And we are back. Everything seems to be sorted. We are still, if you just tuned in, at the second Go4GW2 Cup. We are about to see the second match of the finals. We've already seen the first one. There, TCG came out ahead, so it's 1-0 in favor of TCG. Now the chance for Cheese Mode to equalize the score, or for TCG to get the win in this best of 3. So, Jebro, let's start and have a look at the splits on Fofire.
Gonna see. Just started my sentence a bit too early. Another offensive push over towards the quarry from Cheese Mode, actually, with Texby again go for that back point cover. TCG going for the mid, not opting to go for the far point, and also Hibify looking for that cross, which is not going to happen. Tage and Sizer again, that classic kind of push back over here, but we're going to see Sizer actually coming into this 2v2 rather than Tage opting up to go for the mid fight, which is probably a good decision because this is going to be the bigger team fight, which is going to be happening over here with is that Blackjack? Yes, sorry, with Blackjack and Lady Asura versus Rom, Tage and Helseth, with Hibify slowly bringing up the rear, able to offer up some healing there for Blackjack just as he comes up the stairs. Having a look.
So we can just mention that really quick. We do have the swap of Blackjack, aka Articuno, for Lipion, who had some lag issues. So now back to double Elementalist. We do have the early cap on the waterfall for Cheese Mode, and now still a 2v2, now moving into a 3v2 with Articuno coming in to assist his friends. They're maybe going for the outer point cap and just keeping people busy on mid, although maybe being a bit aggressive. If Helseth manages to get out of that, he might very well be going for a decap. Or he is not, and just waiting for Sizer, who's still engaged in the 2v2 with Taxby against Draze and Purple Kaze.
Indeed, so still Cheese Mode getting the points at the moment on the map. 2 ticks left on that mid node for TCG to get a cap at the moment and to bring some points into the game. They're looking fairly low on HP across the board.
Portal from Helseth nice to get a decap on the waterfall, but Hibify is fast. Hibify is very fast. Tries to get on there, not quite enough. Tries to get back to the portal, but that ran out already, so he has to just walk back to the mid. There is a 2v2 now. We do still have maybe Sizer in some trouble, but Kaze as well. So the quarry duel doesn't really seem to go anywhere at the moment, but the focus on Lady Asura seems to be good. Helseth has him as a target going down. Nice knockback on Articuno there to get the safe stomp on Lady Asura.
Yeah, good for TCG at the moment. Just going over to that waterfall really gave them the advantage in mid, actually. But still, not coming into this game really, not able to get any points other than just the one kill they had at mid. They are going to get another kill on Purple Kaze here now as well. And also Dreze is in a bit of trouble off node. So this is going to be a bit of a problem for Cheese Mode now, as they have lost 3 players. Coming back into the map now, Lady Asura is going back onto the mid with Blackjack. That's going to be a good idea. But they have, of course, taken out Hibify as well, which means there will be a decap potentially over on Waterfall unless he can be caught up. Not sure that's going to happen. Oh, Lady Asura is defending the back point now as well. So
yeah, the question at the moment is how aggressive is TCG going to be? Since we already have 3 people respawning, they might opt to just play defensive and have a look on where the team is actually going. Oh, Articuno maybe a bit quick on the engage there. Got caught out. Vapor forming now towards his teammates. Is going to be a safe res. Oh, opting for the refuge. So really blasting all the cooldowns on getting him back up. 4-man engaged then. Also 2 still in stealth. They are looking where they are going in mid. We already have Lady Asura keeping 2 people busy. And now quick engage on Quarry could mean success for Cheese Mode. Although not that quick apparently, because Tage has ample time to get back to them.
Sizer getting that decap on Waterfall as well. No one from Cheese Mode really paying attention to their back node apparently at the moment. Hibify is going to have to go back, or he's going to engage on Sizer because he knows he's going to try and take him out from behind. So I'm not sure that was a good idea. Maybe he should have just kept going towards the Waterfall point. Almost getting that decap, actually. Not a bad decision there in the end. That would have been actually quite nice, because Rom just went off node to try and focus down on Lady Asura. Hipfire then dropped on, so they're getting one decap point, but Sizer did get back onto the point to make sure that was okay. And it feels like Hipfire might go down quite soon if Rom can get a nice stun combination down onto Hipfire. Him dropping also that supply crate, which has just saved his life, stunned Sizer and put him into the down state, the damage from those turrets coming out there. So that's quite a nice, that was a really nice job from Hipfire. Actually.
If we have a look over to Waterfall, that right there might have been the most worth the decap we have seen today so far, because nobody from Cheese Mode doesn't even have the time to recap the Waterfall, so no points incoming at all. Well, TCG is being a bit aggressive on mid, and it looks like Cheese Mode wants to just clear that one up first, instead of, well, kind of pulling a risky move and just falling back to the Waterfall.
This is they're engaging in a 2v1 now over on the quarry, so they could have just sent, maybe they just want to clear it up like
now
you said.
Karza should go back, and he will.
Someone get the cap. Someone get the cap.
And he will. Helseth came back, but Rom went down. Tage also kind of at the end of his lifespan, quite possibly. Lady Asura trying to chase him, and well, he's using a nice route and really going all over the place to negate that damage, of course, leaving Helseth and I think Rom in vengeance, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Rom now going down. Helseth, of course, the focus target there, but Tage had enough time to regain his health. Now, finally, the Waterfall has been capped, but the payoff from that move was pretty great. We have Articuno down and Reze now trying to disengage, even though attack speed is quite low. But two people are never to be underestimated in that. Currently, pretty good for Cheese Mode in the midpoint, but now with Sizer re-engaging in Helseth on the upper side there, maybe also a good position for TCG there.
Yeah, and she's been getting a couple of ticks as everyone bailed off the node there from TCG. Tage just jumping up to the top as well to try and get any damage off him, possibly reset his health, but realizing that's not going to be likely, coming in and then empowering. We've also Texby just throwing a ton of grenades now on the point. Any focus on him needs to kind of start happening as well to make sure he's not going to put a lot of cleave damage down. Tage has been taken down, was just CC'd. He's going to be okay though. It's looking good for them, but over on the Waterfall, we have seen that decap from Helseth. They're not really taking look at their close point too well at the moment.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a while. Yeah, Helseth is thinking that he might just bring back Rom. He just wanted to get the cap, left the portal in mid, just to be safe, and just immediately with the move from Cheese Mode to maybe finally do something about that Waterfall point and maybe care a bit more about that point. Just portal it up, Rom now on point, getting the full cap and also being able to be a bit defensive for that. Still standing strong on the mid, and now two people aggressive towards the immediate Elixir S from Texby there, walking off point to regain some health, but wasn't that much trouble, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they just want... This Cheese Mode is still bringing it back every so often, like 10-20 points here and there. I mean, they had the advantage early on in the game, but they didn't really hold on to it, unfortunately. Losing that back cap really punished them, especially with the 2 cap from TCG coming out. We saw Sizer coming over towards the quarry to help out with Blackjack now going into the downstate. Purple Kaz's knows he's not got a chance to really res, so he is going to back up to the mid to try and make sure that's okay. We're going to see the decap again happening from Drazer, sorry, not the decap, the recap, sorry, of the close point for the blue team, with Rom coming in to try and make sure that he's not going to get the full cap. Don't think he's going to get it. Hibify coming in to support him as well, so trying to get Rom off point is going to be good. We are going
Purple Kaza doing a good job, re-engaged, kind of had an off point 1v1 with Sizer, but now Taxby just opting to get Sizer into to get Kaza into downstate, raising Sizer afterwards, taking its time, and now still gaining points from that quarry. He was quite aggressive, but I don't know, even if you get the thief down, if it's anywhere close to the engineer and he could assist, it's not gonna be worth it and you're gonna die, most likely.
That's very true. I mean, pardon me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat today, I couldn't talk. I'm thinking about this at the moment and how Cheesemaker can come back.
Oh, I mean, we do have Lady Asura in a mower. He's trying to get away, trying to line up sight on the side, and re-engaging as a mower on Tage. That looked quite funny. Now we do have Rom chasing him, but he is doing a very good job trying to line of sight there. Draze is on the side, just assisting a bit and having Nye on the close point. I think they've been burned too often with that waterfall point. And now nice move falling back as exactly at the second that Helseth tries to go for the decap.
Yeah, you're right about losing that waterfall point so consistently has just not been good for them. And now Helseth's actually going for that gate. They're only 100 or so just under 100 points away from potentially taking that door down. And you know, it's an idea in the heads at the moment. They could potentially go for that Lord Rush as soon as 350 hits, and you know how fast they took it before. But Cheesemo did defend it successfully versus Maiden Meta, who had similar builds to TCG as well. So you know, it's actually maybe a little bit more damage, but just because it's that build that Sizer's running. Sorry.
Well, the problem is that the win for Cheese Mode with a Lord Rush defense came basically because they did have control of the rest of the map when they fell back, which means they didn't really lose that much from completely committing to defending the Lord with 4 people, I think, if I remember correctly. In this case, pulling out 4 people and maybe having TCG interrupt the Lord Rush attempt might completely lose them the game.
Yeah, it's still quite... 100 points is okay. Just don't want it to get any further than that, really. I mean, as soon as it's 420, like if there is no Lord Rush and TCG hit 420, and Cheesemo aren't near the 350 mark, there's probably a good chance that they're not going to go for the Lord and they will lose the game, because like 420 points onwards is very dangerous to try and go for that Lord Rush unless you're close in points, of course, and you're both kind of going for it. So really got to be careful here in their choices, but at the moment TCG doing a good job at the rotations. They're trying to get those decaps, and the decap of Waterfall really has won them the game, to be fair, at the moment. That could of course change. Yeah,
we had a bit of a stalemate in the mid-fight. The game kind of calmed down a bit. Now with Draze down the mid, this will mean the mid cap. If Articuno isn't really quick, he is quick enough. Hibify still having an eye on the back point, and with the aggression on Quarry, I mean they need to, because they're not getting anywhere with a team fight in mid. But it is a risky move because that leaves some other points open, and Helseth is immediately using the portal to get the decap on Waterfall, and no reaction so far. Hibify had to have more of an eye on the midpoint, helping out and assisting Articuno. Then it was really good, and Draze, the respawn, coming a little bit too late. They will be able to win against Helseth here, but still having the decap, not really the best thing. Having the decap on Quarry, however.
Quarry. Yeah, like... The nice move there from Lady Asura, just knocking back with that hammer for Texby, and then just stun locking him down and putting him in position just off node. It's given them a small advantage, but like you said, losing that point, although Helseth has gone down over on Waterfall, this 2-side node cap could be beneficial. Cheesemo looking at
now they are just collapsing on the mid.
Yeah, Lady Asura has started to try and get some damage on the door, but realizing that Sizer, that's a good timing. Sizer is potentially coming over to the node. He's going to get there. Oh, nice one from Lady Asura. Here we go. This is the comeback coming out from Cheesemo. Can they come back into the game? They just need to watch these side points, keep the mid-fight alive to get that decap, and just keep it as it is, because Rom and Tage being there is actually quite good for them. If they can control this point and keep them there, then that stun pressure and that support coming out from Tage is good.
Pull off one more person to defend the Quarry, because at the moment this 2v2 is not looking good. Kaze had to pot off. There we go, back on point. Lady Asura needs to get on point. Hibify almost dying just on his way to the Quarry. Therefore can't really assist Lady Asura as soon as he goes down. Doesn't have a supply crate to drop on there. We do see an Elixir S stomp from Texby on him, but Sizer going down afterwards, which means, and Tage in mid. Tage in mid being stomped by Articuno.
I might go down here as well. He's just gone down. It's going to be a bit of a race. They need to take Sizer out. They need to get him down. Oh, no, stun on Texby, and if the ESL comes out.
We do have the invisibility, but I don't think it did. Now Rom is trying to go for the rest. We still have the poison. Texby's now going for the storm, and the damage is supposed to be Sizer. Sizer, no, not. Oh, he didn't attack for so long because the awkwardly placed minecart was in the way. He is still down. We do have Rom down in a couple of seconds. He does go down after the death of Hibify, which means no rally, and Cheese Mode actually being able to win this fight. Will we see a Lord Rush from TCG now?
This could be the only option at the moment. Texby has disengaged. Look at him.
Yeah, there we go.
Helseth is going
Helseth.
for it. Will Hibify see this as it comes out, though? That's the problem. That's not a
Yeah,
good
he
time
will.
to do it. It's not a good time to do it at all. Especially with the
Come
respawn
around
of him
the
slicing getting that
corner.
decap.
He does have a portal placed somewhere. He is trying to open that gate on
He's
the
got it.
other side. There we go. Portal
Here we go.
comes out. And the Lord Rush is starting from TCG. Sizer moving over from the
no,
left
they
gate
go
to
for it
the
as
right
well.
gate. It's taking quite a while. We do see the blue team opening the gate a little bit later. Hibify defending. On the other side, we do have Rom on the defense. Hibify, of course, a little bit better able to give some
Engages on
healing
both
assistance. Engages on both lords.
Red Lord.
Exactly.
All right, I'm looking at Red Lord at the moment. They're down to 60% HP.
Oh, we do have
Just
half
50
on the
now.
Red Lord. 50. That could be really close. The Daze comes in.
look
No
at
stomp.
CG,
And
stick it.
it is
Oh my god.
going over to cheese mode.
Did we see the other Lord go down as well? Just
I
it was literally cross.
think it died. And even with 13 seconds left on the clock.
I'm just gonna check the stream quickly to see.
That must have been so close.
That was ridiculous. I'm just watching the screen now, with the crosses on the actual map to see how close that really was. I don't know. Oh, that was awesome. And so good.
That can't have been further apart than maybe a second.
Oh my god, yeah. Like 1 or 2 seconds max.
Simultaneously Lord rushing 1 or maximum 2 seconds between those 2 Lord kills. Therefore, the 150 points on the side of TCG not counting anymore. So they equalize the score. They just barely managed to do it. And well, it's hard to believe that they actually got there quicker, because TCG was a bit quicker on getting the door open. They started the Lord Rush a bit sooner.
I was convinced that they were going to win that. Convinced, because they had more burst damage. They had more, but they had Helseth there. I mean, they had Sizer there. They had everyone there. I mean, Hibify was the only one to defend the Lord. That's
Apparently,
ridiculous.
he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I mean, he must have. His CC's more probably like on.
Yeah.
Really on it. I mean, yeah. Dangerous. I'm surprised that they got that so quick. I mean, the amount of might stack and stuff they did before from cheese mode really paid off. I mean, they just bounced off that fight at the quarry, and also because, you know, TCG left, they could just advance. I think maybe they were just they were later as well. It's insane.
Yeah, started later, but manages to get the Lord a little bit quicker, which means we are gonna go into a third map.
Battle of Kylo now. Nothing to bring you back into the game, although we were kind of close. I mean, Lord Rushes are just absolutely amazing at the moment, because they're just happening more and more often. I remember when we used to be like, oh no, they're not going to do that. It's not worth it. And we've had more Lord Rushes than anything else in the EU at the moment, if we're honest. There's definitely been more Lord Rushes than standard going to 500. All just old school caps. People rather just get it over quick. Like, just get it over, basically, because it's such an easy way to just end the game. So it's like, why bother?
But,
you know,
but as we've seen with the MIM versus this cheese mode game, apparently not that easy sometimes. I mean, the lag could have had something to do with it if you have a bit of lag, but cheese mode brilliant on the defense there.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit bored of talking about lag.
Yeah,
I think everyone gets lag in Guild Wars 2. You just got to deal with it now. Not you, but like everyone. It's like, okay.
Deal with it. No.
This is good stuff for the moment. Good stuff. We're just waiting for some restarts. People, you know, that's going to help their game. So hopefully we will be joining you very, very soon again in this final game. This is the last game of the ESL Go4 Guild Wars 2 Cup. Number 2 for the chance to win 400 euros.
Or just 100
just
euros
100.
and 2,000 gems. And also for the chance to get 100 Go4 points, which does go a long way towards participating in the monthly finals, where they will be competing for a total prize pool of 1.5k euros.
1.5k euros, not dollars. Said that one then. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so at the moment we, like I said, still waiting for people. I'm not sure how we're going to see the caps coming out in this. I mean, Cheese might have been more offensive than TCG, sending 2 to far, but TCG not as actually being offensive as I thought they might be a little bit more. But you know, they just want to finish those fights because they know they've got more sustained healing and survivability. So maybe they're just trying to finish those little fights quicker. Like, just, you know, Cheese Mode have got the points earlier on in the game, but no, TCG switched it back, and then Cheese Mode do a bit of a late comeback. But in this map, your late comeback could be just basically not good because there is nothing to bring you back into the game. The Treb is not something that can bring you back. Well, it can if you get it involved in a really good team fight, and you know that switches up the map. You get 2 points, possible decap mid, like they did in Fire. Then that's all possible. But you know, it's harder to come back in this game. Even like 100 points is just like, it feels like an uphill struggle sometimes. You need to get those decaps constantly. And the thing is, TCG have been getting those decaps on their close node, and they need to watch Sizer and Helseth like a hawk. They need to be aware of where they are, because in the moment they're not looking where they are, they're getting the decaps and they're getting significant amount of lead in their score or catching up or whatever. So they need to do that.
We always talk about the cap of a graveyard on Fire being a significant tactical advantage, just because you can move to the side points better from that point, and it's huge. Therefore, the decap is hard. But I have to say, the clock tower, I'd say, is also a pretty big tactical advantage. It's a bit easier to get the decap on that, especially with knockbacks or fears.
Yeah.
But you also just, if you're defending the clock tower point, you just have a brilliant view to both outer points, which means decap attempts from Sizer or Helseth, as we've seen them on Fire, are even harder. You can react quick on Fire, but it's still, you can't quite see the entire see all 3 points at the same time. On this, if you're on Clock Tower, you can have a great day. Look at both points.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Look at your day. Have a great day, everyone.
Have an A1 day.
This has been ChroNickgamer and Jebro Kazi. Have a great day. And have a good game as well. Hopefully these guys are all in the game and they are kind of readying up, other than Hibavai. So ready up. Thank you again for everyone coming to watch the ESL Go4GW2 Cup number 2. This has been, we've been streaming now for quite a while, almost 4 hours, so thank you for bearing with us. Everyone's been quite consistent in here. Who do you think will win this game? Put it in chat.
Now I really want to see it. I really want to see where do the people's loyalty stand. Yeah,
TCG or CM, what's going to be happening here?
Yeah. And also we can maybe after this refer you to the NA version of this. Because I think it should be 10. I think it's 4 PM Eastern time, whatever that is.
Yeah, we've got a lot more teams coming in there now.
Yeah.
Oh, the Absurd as well.
So that is going to be on Blues channel, right?
Yes, I do believe so. We are going to start this game though.
Yeah. So if you want more PvP after this, we have stuff for you. But now we are still in the process of deciding who will be the winner of this Go4GW2 Cup. We do have TCG on the red side and Cheese Mode on the blue side, and are gonna have a look at the splits now.
TechSpeak taking the close point of the red team at the moment. We are going to see as well Blackjack just grabbing that close point. It's all in the mid, but we are going to see Helseth jumping onto that Treb with Purple Kazes going there to try and take him off of there as well. So at the mid, this is where all the fight is at the moment. Like Nick said earlier, the mid, good good point to have because you can see all around the map on different nodes who's where and what's going on there. So that's quite good. Having a look at this midpoint at the moment, Hipify has dropped his crate onto the node and he's just ranging from the side at the moment. I do believe he has a small amount of pressure on him as well. Just going to go into his perspective. Oh no, he's okay. He's free casting a bit at the moment, so no one really get any focus on him, but he's going to drop into the node, dropping some healing as well to the rest of his team. Tage is actually really low on HP. He's going to line the sight
maybe
down the
able to get a little bit of a cap in mid. Rom going back on the point soon enough. We have Tage kind of getting the reset on that. Sizer coming in to keep it a bit more on the side. Rom going down. We do have a poison on him. Now the damage knockback from the res attempt from Tage, but the damage is going to be too much. We do have the interrupt, and we did not have the stability.
Well, that's a good place to not roll. You can rest from the top, actually.
Oh, your robo Jebro.
Oh.
For some reason. Now I think we can understand you again. We do have Kaza being finished off by an illusion of Hellseth, and now Draze going aggressive for the decap on the windmill point. So mid, yeah, try and talk again, maybe? So we can see if you're able.
I am back, I have returned.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Weird team vacation. So Ladius, the decap over it. Oh, they got the two side nodes. Nice job. Okay, good. Sizer did get that decap again, so again, not watching their side point, but they did get the cap over on the mansion. They're not going to watch. Oh, they're not going to watch it. Oh, I think Blackjack's kind of in range, so that's okay. We're going to see it down. Hipify is down over on the mid, on below the clock tower. We're going to see it down coming out on him. And the 1v1 on
actually, first stomp was interrupted. Second one still not coming through. We have Articuno trying to get the res. And battle standard. There we go. Hipify back up and ready to defend. He needs to defend the mansion point because that is where Sizer is currently getting the decap. 3 people collapsing on Sizer. That might be a bit overkill. I think 2 people would be enough. Yeah, Hellseth and Tage coming as well because, well, if you have a neutral point, that's where you want to have the fight. 2 people defending against Rom. He's not having his usual 1v1. And on midpoint we do have, a swap, a portal swap, Hellseth for Texby into the team fight.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I don't know if that's going to happen there. Alright, Texby, having a bit of a problem here. He's trying to and he's just trying to bail, getting his heal off and also a bit of stealth there. Tage on point currently with Blackjack, with Hipify. They're trying to get some focus down on Sizer and also Texby here. Kazas needs to move out and just be a little bit less aggressive. He's okay at the moment, but Thief's all over it at the moment. Got some nice focus. We've just got Thief, NG combo going down over here at the moment. This is nice. Trying to get some focus down on Texby. Texby doing a great job of trying to survive and just line the sight and using those stairs. Sizer trying to get a nice bit of burst down on Hipify. Needs to be careful here. Try and get back towards Blackjack to get some HP. He's going to blast that healing, so he's going to be okay for a little bit of time here now as well. So all about the mansion at the moment.
All about the mansion indeed, and we really have, as you said, from time to time all the classes splitting off in 1v1s. But now back to a team fight. Kaza getting caught a bit, maybe was a bit aggressive with it, just maybe 25% of his health left. Now moving on to Texby, he wants to kind of disengage, gets caught in the immobilize, and that might be it for the engineer. No, supply crate drop, knockback, immobilize on him, and no damage anymore because Kaza is down. The rest is trying to come through. We do have the Thief port, but Articuno is almost down just from that one res attempt.
Oh, Hipify just going into the down state there. This is TCG's point at the moment. Needs to try and... they're thinking about getting someone in, or they're going to advance on mid. Looks like... Jazzy almost got decap. No, not very close, but actually. He got 4-6.
Yeah, can't be too aggressive because he's still the designated backpoint defender. Lady Asura now coming in as Taxby moves off the point. Will there be something pinned down? Maybe. No, dodged the knockback. There may be a little bit of possibility, although we do have an engineer, so it is more likely for Lady Asura to get knocked down.
Yeah, that was a really nice job from Texby. Really saved the note because there's literally 1 tick left on it before he was going to get that. So really good spot.
The next point of engagement is supposed to be the mid point. Texby currently standing there. We do have trebuchet shots coming in from Purple Kaza on that trap. Currently Portal. Why did they swap out? No, going back. So Rom the only one defending the mansion point at the moment. And the big team fight coming out in mid. Texby getting hit by the trebuchet. but they are kind of all over the place. Now Helseth trying to chase Kaze away from his role at the trap. Everyone is on the point again. Oh, Helseth? Helseth down. That was quick. So Kaze could now go back. No, Sizer disengaging from the mid-fight to help Helseth, but he might be too low to actually get the rest there. He is gonna die, and now a second 1v1 is happening. Kaze immediately disengaging there. Doesn't really want that, at least not only for the trebuchet. Hibify going for the decap. That was a nice move. That the fact that Helseth went down there meant that a second one needed to pull back from the mid-fight, and they had to kind of rotate so that the mansion was open.
Yeah, oh, they're gonna... Oh, that was so close. Just one tick away from getting that cap there. Tage getting on no just in time. Tried to pull him off, actually, with the toolkit 4 from Hibify there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to. A lot of damage coming out onto Tage. He's going to go into the downstate. Texpeed's going to try and come in for the survive.
Oh, nice.
And Rob potentially as well. The cap comes out. 2 side nodes. Now, they need to watch these side points carefully. It's tough to actually, you know, back up the points, but if they can get some kills, they might be able to just put it in.
Went down stealth in mid, and that's unfortunate. Because they are one person down. If TCG decides to go aggressive, Helseth on his way to the windmill point has already targeted. There we go, a little bit of burning on Helseth to begin the fight. Do we see anyone else pushing Sizer from the side? But we do have reinforcements coming in the form of Hibify. Moa comes out, there we go, maybe a little bit of burst damage, nothing really for him to hide. He can't hide behind.
Oh, no, he can now, he can probably bail and just hide behind the thatched area, I guess. But he's just come out of it, it's okay. And they actually disengaged. Oh, a counter push towards the mansion, 3 man versus 1. Although Purple Drazzy just respawning, that's kind of lucky that he died over there in the mid. So he could actually get there in time. And actually, look at the damage down on, I was just looking at Sizer there. Sizer's actually quite low on HP, and this counter push has not worked. The move all the way from the other side of the map, from TCG all the way to Mansion, has actually kind of failed, and the lead is starting to gain for Cheese Mode now with about 22-23 points ahead. That's going to start to mount. Need to be careful here. Purple Kaze is stuck in a lot of cleave damage there. Some nice support coming up from Hibify, getting that heal off, and also ChroNickgamer. But needs to be careful, kind of getting a bit separated. Cousin needs to be a little bit more defensive. Chosen to actually just bail out a little bit. But Helseth getting that shatter off, and that range damage with great sword. Consistent dodging from Purple Kaze is going to keep him safe.
Oh, now he has his eye on Size. Immobilized comes. He did get rid of it. Now perma-dodging on the short bow. Manages to get some health back. Kaze needs to be careful now. Right in the enemy lines. Has his withdrawal back. Could potentially get some health, and he wants Sizer decap mid. Brilliant. There, Rom now back on the point to get that. And do we? No, Sizer's still alive. 469 points. There we go. Kaze with the next engage on him. Tage coming for the possible res, and maybe Kaze even going down trying to do the swag stomp. There we go. Out of everything dangerous, and now the lead is really gaining. 70-point lead at the moment for Cheese Mode, and it doesn't look like TCG can find anywhere to actually engage.
No, not at the moment. I mean, with that death as well, Texby tried it on the windmill, but then he's in the 1v2, unfortunately for him. But we're here with Tage. Sizer coming up from behind now as well, trying to get some focus on Purple, because this takes him down into the downstate with the Helseth as well. Some nice damage. He's going to take him out of the fight, unfortunately. No res coming up for him. They need to try and survive and keep the cap. They don't want to be... They could just hold it for now, you know, but it's going to take him a while to get back over there. Blackjack's stuck over on the mansion. Must be painful and to realise that he can't get involved in this fight over here and offer up his support. Lady Asura going down now on the point. Drazzy potentially going to go for the res. Not worth it. Need to just try and stay alive. And I'm wondering if Blackjack... maybe if it would have been worth him pushing, but you know, Ron might have got that decap over on that point. And with the lead, it is almost 100 points.
Yeah, Hibify should probably go back on point, but no, we do have the Vapor Form that is not quite the decap. And Hibify died off point. We have Kaze coming in, but he can't really hold there for that long. We do have a strong lead, and they are trying to get the most of it. And no, Kaze dodged into the refuge and gave away the cap there. Decap now equal points. The question is, can they hold it neutral any longer? We do have Rom and Sizer doing the being aggressive for the mansion, but Articuno and Lady Asura, can they actually now win with just 1 point?
Yes.
Do the math.
Yes,
they can.
Just about, I think.
They can, and that is pretty much why they are now all grouping up on the mansion, and TCG is going all out for the mansion. This is where it happens. If they are able to get a decap, we are probably going to see a 4v4 here in just a couple of seconds. We do see the Moa on Drase, but the focus is not really happening. Immobilize coming in. Now trying to get away, trying to get in a position to be res. Civify is there, but Articuno and Lady Asura have to stay on point. Not really that much damage on him. Vapor Form for the positioning.
Points in the game. But the thing is, they're dying. Cheese mode are dying all over the shop. And if they can just literally run into the node at the moment and die, all they need to do is keep it. But the thing is, people are down all over the place.
Can't die too fast.
He's going to go down very soon as well. Look at the amount of dodging coming up from him. No res for Blackjack. He's going to go down. Purple Kazes again, kind of relying on him. And also Lady Asura. Any respawns coming soon?
Oh,
not
but Hibify is still alive. Lord Helseth is going down. 5 points to go. They are not going to do it. Hibify and Purple Kaze are still alive. And Lady Asura on the side as well. This is getting really close. Purple Kaze down, Lady Asura down, Hibify down, but 99 points. There we go. The last tick with the last couple of efforts, just pulling everything into the mansion point. We have the winner of the second Go4GW2 Cup, and their name is Cheese Mode.
And yeah.
You're a bit laggy again.
Yeah, we both are. I've heard bits and pieces of you talking.
Yeah, Robo Jebro. Nice.
There's probably robots. If you can hear me like being a robot.
Yeah, kind of.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, Cheese Mode winning the Go4GW2 Cup. And what a game. They knew they could win with that 1 point, and they committed fully. And the same thing can be said for TCG. If they had a little bit more room to work with, they would have gotten the full-on wipe there, and at least would have gotten the decap. And that could have really been the turning point. But Cheese Mode manages to hold out long enough, winning the Go4 Cup.
And people might say about the alright, Tixby's replaced Denji, but also we had like 2 significant swap outs for Cheese Mode, and you know, a spot which isn't even filled, so you know, it's still, you know, kind of fair.
It sounds so brilliant. I can barely understand you. So